Hey guys, hey guys. Make sure you subscribe to my second channel, SL Davis. Oh, that's the wrong one. Link actually. SL Davis Social Media News, the one with the black background. All statements are allegedly for the sensitive group. Allegedly, or in my opinion. Felicia, how are you? Thank you for being the number 4th like in this chat. Cutie, how are you? How are you? How are you? So let's get this party started. I hope that you guys know that there are some videos that I have put out. Make sure you all go check that out after this live is over with. And one thing that stuck out in my head, and this is why we're here talking about it, is I like to listen to Tommythegossip. Greetings, life. How are you? You're the first one into the live. Greetings, sweetie. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. I promise you it is free. Hey, I want you. Hey, Thintress. Hey now. Now, Tommythegossip, he did a live, and one thing that stuck out of my head was just one thing. I think it was an adult situation going on with me, the thought process of what he said and how I basically took it. It did definitely sound believable. Like I said, all of these things are allegedly. We did not hear this from Shamar's mouth. I want to make that clear, and I also want to remind you guys how we present the information over here on my channel, because sometimes we can get sidetracked by people that like to plant seeds, like a little birdie did a couple of days ago, and kind of threw the community off with the BS. But over here on this channel, we if we don't know something for sure, because we don't know these people in the flesh, we say allegedly or in my opinion. But allegedly, Shamar was asking for $10,000. Now, that wouldn't have been really a lot of money for somebody like Trina. She's been in the game for a long time, and I'm quite sure the audience that she was going to bring out in her hometown was going to be a large one. She gets mad love in in her state of Florida. And I'm quite sure that it was a large audience, and $2,000 to me for a performance like that, for somebody, regardless if she's like Miss It rapper of the year or not, she's an OG, you know what I'm saying? And she comes from old money, because she's been, getting money way before the Kim Kardashian, I mean not Kim Kardashians, the little, not little Kim. What is Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry guys. And she's been getting money, before them. You know what I'm saying? She was in the game first, doing her thing. I'm not trying to say she got money like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Now let's get it right, because I know the replay gang or the hater gang that are gonna see this live after it's not live. They'll be saying, "Oh, you mixing up the two. They're not the same." And you're right, they're not the same. I'm just using that as an example of somebody that's from old money at this point. So, anyways, he asked for $10,000. He allegedly, and I'm going to say that again because I don't need for somebody from the peanut gallery making it seem like I ran with the narrative or what I heard Tommythegossip say, and I'm just running with it. No, I'm reporting updated information that's going on in this sector regarding the circus. The circus, okay? He didn't get it. He got 2,000. Now, what really bothered me was, let's say hypothetically speaking, if there's any truth to that, why couldn't, I said, if there's any truth to it, disclaimer, any truth to it, why didn't she at least meet him in the middle? 5,000. He's allegedly let Kay, his ex-manager, tell it this is what he's getting booked for. Around 4,000 to 6,000 or 4,000 to 5,000 per booking. He gets half the money on the back end, and then on the front end, and then when he does the performance, he gets the rest of the money on the back end. Okay, so I'm not understanding why these people lowballing him. And it's unfortunate that people are doing this to him. That's why he needs to get a PR team or a PR person, somebody who went to school for business management or business, because he can't keep trying to make these deals himself. People are going to take advantage of him. I really think that if there's any truth to these allegations, if he had a PR person or a manager, that wouldn't even fly with them. They would be insulted by them only offering him $2,000. Okay. He should have at least, if it's already out there in the universe that he allegedly gets paid per booking $4,000 to $5,000, $6,000, he should at least have got 5,000, and that's still lowballing it. But I'm saying at least on the low end, and for him to get $2,000 is crazy. Now that probably seems like a lot of money, but see, the kind of work that Shamar does do, even though he hasn't really been booked and busy back to back like he was around the time when he was with Alvo, he had a lot of bookings back to back. But let's hypothetically think about this whole situation. If he was back to back, like he was at one point in time with bookings, that's not average money. No one's even making even 4,000 or 5,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Doing a performance. And then you go home and you just made in less than 24 hours $4,000 or $5,000 in one day. Okay. But see, we also have to factor in what's that rapper name that called, said he needed a caregiver. I can't think of her name right now. She's pregnant. Well, anyways, she was another one, wanted him to be on the song, didn't want to pay him. But you're doing business, you're getting paid. Why didn't he get paid? Why didn't you want to pay him? He was on the song. He was going to bring money, revenue to that song. That's why you had him on it. You said because your kids liked him and all this and that and other. But you also knew that it was going to bring an audience in. So let me go down and read the comments. Hey, everyone, sending love from Washington, D.C. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Passion Fruit. Just got the notification. Hello, everyone. Oh, that's good. You got your notification. Can y'all put a 1 in the chat if you got your notifications? I asked you this not to aggravate anybody, but just to see if they're picking up. YouTube sending out my notification. It does this every couple of months where the channel will go dead. It's like I keep telling y'all, put a 1 in the chat if you hear me say it all the time. The notification bell, the view system, all that stuff it's like the stock market. It goes up, it goes down. You know what I'm saying? But I just suggest that you guys, when you guys are on YouTube, just come over to the channel on your own and see what I got going on. Good morning, Paris Evans. Hello, Nicole. Hey, LaTanya. Hi, Ryan. Yo, 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 yo. Good afternoon to you as well, Ryan. Hello, cutie. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everybody. And I'm hoping you guys had a blessed day yesterday in a cookout and you ate for me some barbecue. He gonna never get beat out of his money. I mean, I said never. I wish that was the truth, what I just wrote, what came out my mouth. He's gonna forever get beat out of his money. And that's sad, though. That's sad. And I wanted to talk about this topic today because I wanted to remind you my stance when I do my commentary. And it's not on no trying to bully or harass anybody. It's content. That's it. If people realize that that's all it is, and when we do these commentary videos, it's our opinions, which our opinions do matter, but they're still just our opinions. Don't take it personal. Or alleged allegations we might share with the public, they're just allegations. The better off everybody would be. Stop taking everything so literal. $10,000 for that little crowd for Shamar. Don't think so. He was up on the stage screaming, sounding a mess. Shamar is on Facebook, a mess. Oh, wow, Toby. I don't know what that monster is on the screen on the right side. I just saw you on my recommended. The hell is going on here? Let me see. It says, look at him. He's lucky he got that. Right. You right. You know, it is what it is. I know she wouldn't have paid me no 2,000. He knew before he arrived that he was going to receive that amount. No, we get it. Manifest, we definitely get it. But you know, like I said, you know, Tommythegossip, he might not be friends with Shamar, but he knows the circle. So people talk. So you know, obviously for it to get out that that's all he got paid for, he must have said something to somebody else. Now, when he spoke on how much he got paid for this alleged booking, you know, I don't know whoever he was talking to that it maybe, you know, it got back to Tommythegossip, but maybe he was complaining about that's all he got, or maybe he was just bragging him. I don't know, saying that that's what they paid him, 2,000. Maybe that was a lot to him. I don't know, but I just feel as though he probably, you know, put it like this: if it was me, let me speak for myself. Actually, I would have wanted more money because you hit the like button. I promise you, it is free. It's not gonna harm you to hit the like or the dislike button. Let me see. Yeah, but it's crazy. Shamar just looks like the y'all are bad. Boom, come on. A whole bunch of kids were out there. People need. Oh man, Toby. Now, if you want to talk about that, we could talk about that all day. Stop letting their kids be around Shamar. He was also cursing. It was a mess. And you know what? It's so crazy because put a 1 in the chat, guys. If y'all always used to hear me say that, why are people paying for events and some of them are catered around kids? Some of the events are just not even for adults; they're for kids. And all of his songs are cuss words. And Shamar doesn't, you know, let me be quiet. Let me phrase this better. Shamar doesn't come across as a person who is a role model to no kid. And I can't understand how black folks, I said black folks, yes, because ain't no white folks, and this has nothing to do with being racist. Ain't no white folks, and I'm proud of them. Sitting up there paying their hard-earned money for no man to play some diabolical music for their children. Okay. And then next thing you know, their kids are cussing them out, slapping them up. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Who paid for his trip there and back hotel? Well, yeah, that's usually what happens. He gets the money for the performance, and I'm quite sure Trina's team, which is really Trina's money, but I'm quite sure she has, like, you know, money that for people that manage her money as far as her bookings and stuff like that. The team paid him for the round trip. They had to pay for everything to get him there. See, they can't just say, okay, we're gonna pay you 200, but 2,000, but out the 2,000, you have to pay for the round trip in hotel stay. No, that's accommodated. That comes with the booking package. So I sometimes get how people will say we'll pay him 2,000, but we're gonna have to pay probably about another good 2,000 in airfare and hotel, and then defeat him for whatever how many days he's there. It starts to add up. But trust me, on the back end, Trina got her money back. I'm quite sure. You know what I'm saying? Or it blew her up. You know, he's a walking billboard. He just got to know what to do with his talent. When I say talent, he's definitely a natural. But Shamar gets beside himself with the cussing and, you know, disrespecting his audience and black women in particular. I can't get with that. But he's naturally funny. When he's mad, he's naturally funny. He doesn't get, you still can be naturally funny, and when you're mad, cuss him MF out. but you can't be using cuss words and profanity and all that other stuff. In all honesty, he was aware. No, I'm not saying he wasn't aware. I'm just saying that I think that was a low ball offer. And whether or not he was aware or not, I just feel as though it's just time for him to get himself a manager. You know what I'm saying? Because the manager will flat off say, nah, 2,000 is not what you're going to pay my client. And they either going to take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. You just chilling, Latanya? Who is Shamar? Now, I hope you're not in here trolling. Please tell me you're not in here trolling. Who is Shamar? But I will say, you guys might not agree with me. I think that his makeup was done really good. She really beat his face. And she used a lot of neutral and natural colors that complemented his skin. And if you look at his pictures, and even when he was on video, he looked it really good. And we seen work that was done on his face from other artists, and I can't really say that about every single person that's done makeup on his face. But this makeup artist is a genius. She really, really made him look good. Shamar is so hard-headed, like you say all the time. So he trusts nobody. Yeah, but he put himself in that situation where he can't trust people because he's picking these characters to be his friend. You feel what I'm saying? He's picking, and he doesn't know how to pick friends. They're not really friends. They're people that have alternative motives, and that's to use him. You know what I'm saying? Akbar, thank you, Cynthia. Akbar, yeah, she didn't want to pay Shamar neither, and allegedly, alvo said he may skip the interview that he had with Akbar because she wasn't paying him anyways either. So I can't remember it. I think he did go though, but I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure he still went. But like, what is up with people just fixing their mouth to be comfortable with, wanting somebody to do something for, for nothing or damn near nothing? Tommy just be talking. He doesn't know that. I mean, what Shamar makes, he's just trying to keep his audience entertained. Let me see. Hey, what's up with ya, Marito? From Virginia. Welcome, Cynthia. Long time no see, Marito. Unless you've been in the chat and I just haven't seen you, make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's run them up. Let's run them likes up. Let's run them up, run them up, run them up. Run them up, run them up, run them up. Okay, I see them ones, so I see. Yeah, man. But yeah, so, this, like I said, people really think that, Shamar's been kind of quiet. Honestly, sometimes unfortunate situations can be a blessing. And what I mean by that is, by Alvo being in the situation that he's in with the bond, being taken out of Shamar's name, Shamar would have probably went back to Alvo, and he would have been going through the same stuff that he was going through, probably on steroids, because of the fact that now Alvo has the time. Thank you, Caprice. You know what I'm saying? To now finish it off. But Alvo's not going to probably be able to do anything as far as trying to finish Shamar off until he, take care of his legal actions. I mean, legal obligations. I said actions. And a lot of people were saying in the community after his birthday, which is what, in July. Put that in the chat too, because I'm not too sure. I don't want to get the wrong month and people will be saying, oh, she's spreading false information. So I said, let me get that clear. He didn't write his lyrics. She still could have paid him something though. Exactly. She could have paid him something. You know, that shouldn't be the excuse. Well, I want you to be on the record, but you know, you didn't write it, so I'm not gonna pay you. Pay me for my services. What happened to paying me just for my services? And so, anyways, also in the community, drums and also Alvo is allegedly got a new boo thing. So I don't know if this is another storyline like he did with CJ. If you guys think this is another storyline with a fake crush or a fake boyfriend, put a 1 in the chat. Just wondering. But I don't know, because he said a couple of times that, you know, he had a boo thing, and you know, that never lasted too long. So, you know, how true that is, we'll never know until time reveals all. There is much taken in preparation. He was not the main set of the event. I am really trying to be very sensitive. Yeah, no, you're doing okay, Manifest. Speak your mind. It's not sad because Shamar ran off with plenty of promoters' money, so his karma. I don't feel bad for Shamar at all. I feel you. Like I said, we can agree to disagree up here, man. We respect each other. That's all. I want. That's why I go live, so we can just talk about how we feel. We don't have to be on the same page with each other. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta respect each other. That's all. And I respect anything anybody says, because y'all respect my position. When, you know, I sometimes put myself on a limb, like in the past, and try to, you know, foster Shamar and guide him in the right direction, and try to get him monetized, and try to tell him what to do out here on social media, because, you know, he'll get a better result. You know, and you guys, a lot of people could have just fell off, you know, dealing with me. Like, oh, I don't really like Shamar. I don't know why she's trying to help him. That type of thing. But y'all never did that. So I respect all y'all's opinion. We all have one. In my opinion, someone said that when Shamar went to tour Sukiana last year, she only paid him in food and wigs. So the fact he went from charging fans 20 for a photo to making 2 to 4K booking is great. Yeah, that's true. Oh, you just found my channel, Flex? How did you find my channel? Can you put it put it inside of the chat how you found it? Like, how did you just run across my channel? Just curious to know why Alvo posts for his supporters. Already, that's old news, Jesus. I don't really want to talk about that no more. Alvo's been doing that since him and Shamar been together in a relationship. He used to get Shamar to attack me, but now he has to do it himself because he's not with Shamar no more, and he's been doing the same thing. That's old news. That's old tea. It really wasn't. And you know, and we're gonna, as of today, respectfully, I really appreciate everyone that's supporting me wholeheartedly and mention it, that are really mentioning it because they're concerned about me. Thank you, and I'm glad that you guys ride with me and you rock for me. But let's leave that for in the past. That's not gonna ever change, Alvo doing that. So I gave it some energy for a day or two, but yeah, I'm not gonna drag that out. That's not content. That's just an evil person who has realized that they messed up their social media presence and platform, being foolish. You know what I'm saying? And not being present because they can't be present on their platform because of their behaviors and them getting shut down and everything. And they're just mad at what I'm doing over here. And right now, I'm not even doing all that good. Like I said, these views are like the stock market. They go up and they go down. You feel what I'm saying? but I still get up here every day and I do what I need to do because I still have supporters that I need to reach out to and kick it with. I owe that much to you guys. You feel me? Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. It says alvo is a hater. Is right. So he's that's just how he is. Mass confusion. I think what really shook him up this time was that he actually saw me for the last couple of days just bombard like videos out with just clips of begging and plotting on people and planting seeds all over social media and picking fights with people and all of that BS. And he probably wasn't comfortable with seeing his own behavior. You know what I'm saying? In a compilation video. So he it shocked him. It rocked him. It rocked his world, devastated him. That I actually, did a walk down memory lane on his behavior through social media, and he didn't want that to be exposed. But yeah, it's a new day. I don't want to hear about that. I'm quite sure at this point, people that are still mentioning what alvo did, told his supporters to do, you know that by now I know about him trying to do that. So why are we still talking about it? And I'm quite sure you can see videos where I already addressed it. So I don't know why we're still on something that happened like 2-3 days ago. I really don't want to talk about that. I got bigger fish to fry. I ain't worrying about no kitty foolishness, that diabolical foolishness that alvo's doing. Boy better focus on keeping his channel up. Don't worry about mine. He like we were saying yesterday, you ain't policing nothing over here. Yes, ma'am. We know how he speaks. However, this person is no superstar. This was hard to pull off. I didn't allow my children to attend the portion of the event. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I don't see how any parent would even pay tickets to allow their kids to see a performance and listen to them songs. It's not like the songs that got cuss words in them, violent. It's not really appropriate for kids to be looking at. So all day long, like I said, I don't knock him being a rapper and him, going after his dreams, but I just don't think that kids should be at the performances. I really don't think. I don't understand how that even is happening. And the parents are trying to make it make sense. But hey, you got to understand there's people that make it make sense up here on the platform, and stuff don't make sense. Just like you guys, I have been reading the comments, and a lot of people, multiple people, and it's so funny. Every time I read the comment, I be cracking up because I can only imagine how your thinking is about what you just wrote. You're baffled. A lot of people have been saying, what kind of people are giving alvo this kind of money? What's up with these people? What kind of people would support somebody like him financially? And I ask the same question myself. And I have to do my due diligence before I even bring the information to you guys. And I mean, that's one thing I could probably never find out. What group, what kind of caliber of a person would even support somebody like alvo? And had nothing to do going for him. Nothing is in his name. Shamar is not any time to look up to. It's so sad. Yeah, it is. It is. But I've been said that. I'm telling you, since I've been doing this content, I just don't understand how if you want to have them in clubs, adult clubs, or do like concerts outside, in the summertime or whatever. I don't know, for Christmas. It should be only adults. That is adult entertainment. That is not for no kids. Shamar is not any. Oh, I already read that. Yeah, we're not talking about his music. I'm just saying I don't think that children should be one, listening to it, and two, there shouldn't be people in states, that have black communities where they're trying to rally up the community to bring their kids to go see something like that. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. I was there, so this is why I really tried to be very sensitive in my wording. This event is free every year, so for every person who participate, it's paid by the community. Okay, I get it. But yeah, I don't get that. That's even worse. If the community paid for the event, why would you pick someone to like that to do a performance for kids? I don't know. That's I don't know. That's diabolical. I just, and you guys should understand what I'm saying, because kids are like sponges, and next, don't get mad when your kids are cussing you out and wanting to go upside your head, because look at what you're allowing them to go see. He's nasty as hell. Shamar is not anyone to look up to, especially kids sad, right? Shamar lucky he is getting what he gets. He's a mess, I'm sure. He smelled bad just by looking at what he had on at the concert. If I were her, I would have told him, never mind. You look a mess. Wow. Yeah, he used to have because I remember back in the day before I was even doing content on him, I remember his hairstyles used to be on point. He used to get those like rainbow braids. They didn't look like somebody did it in their house, in their kitchen. They looked like they were done in the salon by, women that really knew what they were doing. And like his makeup and weaves, and also his outfits for Shamar, he was he looked decent. But I think that he's putting all that stuff together for himself now, so he doesn't have a team or somebody who can manage him. So, I guess he's doing the best of his own ability. You said he ain't worth 2,000. He wanted 10K. That's allegedly what was being said, from what I heard. I said, ooh, child. Matter of fact, I'll play the video now. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to play it right now. Matter of fact, before we play it, let's try to get the likes up to 100 before we play it. And once we get it to 100, then we'll do it. That's what I'll do. Because a lot of y'all probably haven't even seen it. It says that 5 o'clock shadow. I see a lot of guys who wear makeup, and like Rick Ross put a 1 in the chat from Big Go. I think his name is Rick Ross. I might be wrong. He got a whole goatee. There's a lot of men in that community that will wear makeup and got like goatees. They try to keep some of their masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't want to turn into actual women. They want to be able to, when they feel like doing that, do it and keep it moving. Like Super does it, In my opinion, he should have stayed with Kay. He was much better off with her, but his enemies around him broke that up. Yep. But he allowed it though, Toby. He definitely allowed it. Because can't nobody break you up from anything unless you allow it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. In my opinion, he should have stayed. All right. Did we I'm all reading the same comments over and over again. Let's see where them likes are at, so we can play it. Yeah, we got to get them likes up. I'm not gonna go anywhere until I get the likes up. I'll talk until my lips fall off, but I'm not going to play that video because a lot of you probably haven't seen it because the notification's been going out kind of funny. And, but I'll definitely play it, but it won't be played until we get to 100 likes. Shamar is a predator. Look like from the movie Predator with Ice-T. Y'all are bad. Copyright disclaimer. Y'all are bad. Yeah, it's crazy. He has another performance coming up soon too, so that's not entirely true that he's not getting any bookings. He's just not booked like he was. What goes up must come down, and sometimes it might not be a thing of anything, coming down as in, his popularity and people wanting to book him. It just might not be, his time for all the bookings. They might want to book him come fall, when the holidays come around. This is when people are spending money the most. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. So I heard he do promos in exchange for hairstyles for free. He probably does. Because I heard that, Shamar don't like spending no money, but ain't nothing wrong with that. Because, honey, where he came from, which we all have ran into hard times, so nobody's criticizing it. But, he should want to be kind of, cheap with his money and want to save it, because all he got at the end of the day is himself. Because it seems like everybody that seems to be around Shamar these days are the enemies. They're not they're frenemies. They're not his real friends. They're trying to be around him to get what they can get out of him and then dump him. We ain't even seen LaShawn. I don't know. He may have been he might be hanging out with Shamar. Shamar's back in town. But it's like, these people use him for content. Nicole, I doubt that Shamar would agree to that. Yeah. Let me see. It would really do him great benefit to get sit. Yeah, it would be. And I say it all the time. That's why I used to try to get on him about the cussing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a good look. And I feel as though if he did rebrand himself, then you couldn't say much about him performing for kids. But, he does cuss and carry on. So that, I really don't think that that's appropriate for him to be performing for kids. But hey, if you like it, I love it. There you are, cutie pie. It says he has said in the past he gets his hair done for free when he goes out of town. Hey. You said, Nicole, that's crazy of Shamar. It is. Because, every dime counts. And, with people out here reporting him to SSI or whatever kind of disability check he gets, you never know when that might catch up to you, man. You always got to have a plan B and a savings around these jokers that you got around you. Because if you don't, honey, it's a bad hit. You just never know. That could be taken away in an instant. Alva has a new boo every day. I know it. Yeah, that's what he said. He got a new boo. Yeah, that's what he said. So I don't know. He could be just saying that, and then tomorrow come and the next day we don't hear nothing else about it. Let's get them likes up. Come on, we only need 8 more. You can do it. I promise you it won't hurt. Let me see. It says what alvo is doing. Shamar was the same way. Shamar hates black women but wants things from them. Just the rest. It says like the rest. Shamar's getting his karma for all he has done since being on social media. Yep, what goes around comes around. And I do believe, honestly, that 𝗪𝗛𝗪 does not like women. He's very disrespectful to women. Honestly, Shamar blocked his own blessings. And I say that a lot, too. I have said that in the past, too. And I agree with you that he has blocked a lot of his blessings. And, you know, a lot of them have blocked their blessings. And they're going to continue to block their blessings. But like I said, sometimes people have to take one fall that's a hard fall for them to wake up. Maybe he hasn't taken a fall hard enough yet. And despite what people have seen him go through, like being homeless, and while being homeless, people, you know, mistreating him, treating him differently because of his disability and all this and that and other, you would think that, okay, those are hard times for him. But maybe it wasn't enough to change him, because I don't see any change. He's been back in Texas getting thrashed and tossed like a salad. Right. I'll tell you, boy, that's a bad hit. I love you too, 𝗡𝗘𝗫𝗧. It says my numbers are never the same. For some reason, it's strange. He's disgusting, just spreading STDs. I don't know. That's allegedly. Let me put that down, because people have been getting sensitive since 𝗪𝗪𝗪 been out here stirring up mess and stuff. So I want to make sure I put out allegedly. I don't want to hear no mess, even though it's okay when Al was up here just throwing out false narratives and storylines that he can't even keep up with. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I've been supporting for months and will continue to. The ninja ain't on our level of maturity. Exactly, Ryan. You already know. Will they need to pay Shamar with Hooked on Phonics? Oh, no, you didn't. Or Rosetta Stone? Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're almost there. But like I said, I'm going to keep my word that we got to get there first. We got to get there first. Yeah, you know, he'll learn eventually, you know. You could lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That's how I look at it. So you know, that's how everybody has to look at it. And that's that on that, you know. He's been kind of quiet, but I think he's frustrated because he said that his haters took down his page on Instagram. So he's kind of like mad at everybody. But I don't know. He has to understand, like I was saying yesterday, a lot of you put a 1 in the chat if you were in here yesterday when I was saying this. But you know, you kind of sort of set yourself up when stuff happens, you know, to your channels and stuff like that. Because if somebody reports your channel and they go in there and you're cussing and carrying on, you know, overly cussing and carrying on, saying crazy stuff, they're gonna do that. They're gonna take it down. You just you know, the people that reported it, all they did was help, you know, do, you know, YouTube and Google's job. That's all they helped do. And that's why people need to, you know, tread lightly. People think that in order to be funny, they have to cuss and carry on. No, you don't. I don't cuss one time. I'm not trying to say y'all think I'm funny. I'm actually not trying to be funny. I'm trying to just be myself. But you know, that's as far as it goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit up here and disrespect the platform and get myself jammed up. So this is a commentary live. I will be doing commentary live, even though it's my commentary. Smash that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do so. making sure that that notification bell is on with the option all. So when I upload these videos, you are the first one to watch. Also, make sure to leave a comment on this video. So Tommy had dropped a lot of tea. I'm not going to get too long-winded with it, but one that stood out from all the rest was the booking that Shamar had with Trina, and how much Shamar wanted for the booking, which was 10 stacks, $10,000. But what he received was way, way too low. It was lowball, because we all know from K what he is now allegedly getting paid for bookings, and that's between 4,000 and 5,000 for a booking. So it, went up, but that sounds, the price that was given to him, like a low ball and a take advantage, like he got beat. But I want you to listen to what Tommy has to say. This is all new, updated tea. That's just my opinion. Saying Tommy is spilling tea, and like I said, I'll be back with the rest of my commentary. So make sure to leave a comment down below of your thoughts or all of what is being said, and also make sure to hit that like button. And then we have the walk down memory lane.
Would sleep with your man. Oh, I know she would, because if a dragon con slept with my man or with my ex-man, if a lion mixed with a alien slept with my man, I know I don't trust a soul. No, I don't even trust a ghost near my man, because guess what? If a llama lay with my man and made a whole with my man, took my man to the top, I don't trust somebody. That's why nobody don't know who my man is. I don't play, baby. So for everybody, I don't trust nobody. That's why when Paris she could come in and sleep with me with my man here, cage, baby. Ain't nobody. I don't trust nobody. I'm watching everybody, because I don't know who my man is at this point of my.
Tommythegossip compared the situation to his dog with Shamar sleeping with alvo. He is diabolical. He is just a trip. Tommy is.
At times, I don't know. So I got my eyes on everything I see with you. I don't trust nobody. Baby. I don't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody, baby. Trust be gone when you get crossed. A new chain. No, that's not Shamar new chain. So, because I know a lot of y'all have not been heard what's going on. Shamar showed the new chain. So what happened was, let me tell y'all that tea. Because y'all girls, I know all the tea. You know, I tell y'all the tea. So what happened was, that was never Shamar chains. One of the jewelers, they made it thinking that Shamar was gonna pay for it, and Shamar never paid for it. So they just got it in the store.
I agree.
But Shamar, that was never Shamar chain. He just posted it, acting like he was gonna buy it, and he never bought. You know how jewelers just be making things so that you can put on, like so that you can buy. So they were trying to promote it and try to get Shamar to buy it, but Shamar didn't want it. So Shamar, he didn't have the money to afford it. And so what happened was, because Shamar going broke out here in the street. That's why he had to go to Trina concert. He got paid, I think they say he got paid $2,000 to go to Trina concert. If y'all don't remember, in Miami, that just happened in Miami, the little Trina day. With the kids was in the audience. Yeah, Shamar got paid $2,000. And don't ask me how I know, girl. Just know I know, because the streets talk to me.
So
the girls tell me all the tea. So yeah, the chain was never bought. The chain was the chain was supposed to have been bought, but Shamar didn't have the money to pay for it, so the chain is still stuck at the place. And he got paid $2,000 to go to Trina day. But I was told he wanted $10,000, but he didn't get the $10,000, so he was okay with the $2,000, I guess. Yeah. And then the reason why Shamar page got deleted is because Shamar was making threats into people in the DMs, and people was reporting Shamar page, so that's how his page got deleted.
He can spot a low ball booking and not be taken advantage of in the future, and be doing these bookings for pennies on the dollars, and be short $5,000-$6,000. That's crazy.
Alvo is a liar. And I'm being 100%. Alvo lied to me. Alvo, he manipulated me. He's a narcissist to me. Alvo lied to y'all. I have never made him want to have sex with me. It always been you want to do it, let's do it. And it never been no making him do anything with me, because I promise y'all, I have POF. I have TAG. I had BLK. If he wasn't giving me what I needed, I could have got it from any other man. Why would I make him touch me if he didn't want to touch me? And I never came on to him in that way of wanting to do that to him, because I don't even play like that with my life, baby. And for you to put that on my life, Alvo.
Like it's rolling up the front. It's so
helped you with, took care with,
so funny.
and for you to go on internet because you mad because you can't read me, you have to put out lies on my name saying that I tried to are you? Because you got all these people texting me saying, Tommy, did you really do that? Up my character, I would never do that. Because one time you did say, you said I don't want to keep having sex. I let it go. We never had sex. I put you in the room. You decided that you want to come back and lay up with me. You decided that. And I ain't understand when you came with that like to myself. I tried to do that with you, baby. Cause
oh, I'm sorry, guys. I had the mute button on. I do admit that Shamar, I mean not Shamar, alvo looked better when he was with Shamar. I don't know what's going on with him now. He definitely went downhill. Says it looks like if you put a match to Tommy, he'll go up in flames. But I don't know. Well, listen, I'm not going to stay on here too long. Just wanted to check in with you. I'll, per usual, be back on here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless something changes. But for the most part, I like to go early live. So make sure on the way out, y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, the second channel, with the notification bell on, option all. Matter of fact, let me pull that up so you get your notifications. And just don't wait on YouTube to send out notifications. Just come on your own. You feels me? So SL Davis Social Media News, make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. Because eventually we'll only be doing live streams one at a time, either on this main channel or on the second channel. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Bye for now. Mwah.